Hi, Mr. Charles. So it's me, Aisha, and oh, before we proceed, let me tell you, you're the first ever teacher to see my buzz cut. Feel special. Just kidding. Okay, so I'm going to be answering the two questions you posted on your Facebook just now, and let me get right to it. The first question is, what are the strengths and weaknesses of the e-portfolio as I've experienced it? So that's a really wide topic for me, and I'm going to start first with the Google site itself. Let me just say it's really convenient. Google site, that is. It's really convenient. I can add Facebook comments. I can do so many stuff like add pictures, Instagram posts, and all that stuff. It's really helpful, okay? But the one thing that bothered me the most was that I didn't really have the option to change the color of my text, and also the text size and the text font was very limited. So to make the e-portfolio look somewhat appealing to my audience, I had to rely on external apps like Canva. But other than that, it was amazing. So if we're going to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of the e-portfolio academic-wise, I'm going to say that my weakness was probably figuring out how to balance it, because on one hand, I had to meet the criteria needed for the assignment, but on the other hand, I had to please the user subject that I was interviewing. So I had to rack my brain so hard to try to come up with a solution and stuff like that. So I'd say my weakness would probably be that, but I was thankful because for the last two assignments, we had teamwork, so that was really convenient for me. It was really helpful. I could rely on people and then ask for opinions, and I could figure out what to do from there. Strength of e-portfolio, let me just say it's an eye-opener. Okay, to do your portfolio, you have to follow the 5 main steps, which is the empathy, define, ideation, prototype, and present, right? The simple 5 steps can help you realize that there's a deeper level of meaning to everything than what's seen on the surface. Okay, for example, in assignment 1, I had to interview my childhood best friend, Jazz, and I thought I knew her pretty well until I asked her those interview questions, those wake questions, open questions. She could answer them however she would like, and I did not know she thought of herself that way, she felt of herself that way until that day. So what I'm trying to say here is that nothing is laid out in the bare for everyone to see. You have to put effort, you have to give it your all to know a person, to figure out ways to solve a problem. It's never on the surface. So if that's not a strength of the e-portfolio, then I don't know what is. Next question we have, how has e-portfolio helped you in your learning about your work and or about yourself? So today I had an English final where I had to write an essay and neutralize a problem, and I found myself following the steps from the e-portfolio. I started from define, where I stated my problem objective and figured out what the question wanted from me. So for ideation, I listed down all the points that I could think of, and then for prototype, I readjusted the points and figured out which point belonged in which paragraph. So it was really easy for me to jot down my essay simply by following these steps. What I'm trying to say here is that CTS is not just about being creative, because the name itself is Creative Thinking Skills. It requires you to think. So I'm really, really grateful for CTS and ePortfolio for helping me figure out ways to successfully solve a problem, and not only in just that module itself, but also in another module. And it also helped me show the creative side of me. So that's all from my side. Thank you, Mr. Charles.